haven't told the story that many times, so my players in Saginaw they're kind of making fun of me here, but after one of the games, and it was after that fight, but one of the games, we won at home, and it can be demoralizing when you're in the minors. You have to have such self-motivation because you look around and today there's scouts all the time, or your assistant general managers down watching, or your director of pro development. Someone's always there watching, but nobody was watching, and I was getting frustrated. So it'd been 3 years in the minors, and that particular night, I remember having a good game and stopping like 50 shots and winning 3-2, and I remember all the guys going out after the game, and they're like, "Come on, let's go, Spank. We're going out to this place." And I said, "You know what? I'm going back to my apartment, and I'm going to call Bob Pulford, who's the GM of the Chicago Blackhawks." And they said, "You're not going to call Bob Pulford. It's Sunday night, you know." And I said, "You know what? I'm tired of this. I'm going to wait for him to call me back." So I called his house number, and his wife Roz answers the phone, and I said, "Roz, it's Darren Pang. I'm in Sag, and I'm hoping to talk to Pulley." She said, "Well, Pulley's not here right now, but I'll get him to call you back." So I'm waiting. And in the meantime, when I'm waiting, it's kind of funny because I'm sitting there and I'm having a beer, and the phone rings. So now I'm all excited because I'm like, okay, how do I answer this phone call? Okay, what am I going to say to him? I hadn't written anything down. Like, why am I calling, Bob Pulford now? Anyways, I answer the phone and, "Hello? Where are you? We're at the bar." So it's the boys from the bar. They're like, "Come on, let's go." And I hang up the phone. I go, no, I called him, and they said he's going to call back. They're like, "Yeah, right. He's not going to call back." So I hang up the phone, and sure enough, the phone rings about 20 minutes later, and all I hear on the other end is Bob Pulford, and he's very distinct the way he talks, and he says, "Darren," and I knew it was Pulley, and I'm like, "Pulley?" And he goes, "You called me at home, son?" And I said, "Yeah." And then I really thought of what I was going to say, and I said, "Pulley, you said that if I had a good season and a good start, you sent me to Saginaw because I'd be the next one to be called up." And I had all the scores of the last 5 or 6 games, and the team was struggling, and the goalies were struggling, and I just said, "Well, you lost 8-6. The next game was 6-4. In the next game, you won 5-4. The next game you lost 7-3. Like, at what point are you going to make a change? I'm here, I'm playing, and you don't even know what the score was tonight, probably." And so I went through this whole thing, and he listened the whole time, and then he said, "Darren," he said, "you're quite a boy for calling me on a Sunday night at home." And he says, "I'll be in touch." I hung up the phone, and I'm like, I'm not sure how that went. Did that go well? Did that go not well? How did he say that? And I was trying to analyze how he said it, and I went right to the bar.
Yeah.
And the boys were like, yeah. So did Pulley call you back? And I said, "Yep, he did." And they were stunned. They were like, "There's no way he called you back." I said, "Pulley called me back." And they said, "What do you say? Like, what do you say to the guy?" And I told them, and they were like, "Round of beers, let's go." So off we went again. And about a week later, they switched me from Saginaw to Halifax. And then they recalled me from Halifax. And then they sent me back down for the playoffs. And I played some good games. And then the next year at training camp, I made the team. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure if it had anything to do with it, but I thought it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Call the GM and say, I'm not going through an agent, and I just want to know why I wasn't getting a chance, and I couldn't accept the fact that I wasn't getting a chance. So I think that worked out.